Hey, welcome to Priddle Mondays. How is everybody doing? It is Monday. Trying to make it the best day of the week. Priddle Mondays, where the puzzles are real and the cookies don't matter. Hey, Treasure Hunter, I'm glad you could come by. We're going to be doing some riddles today, and then we're going to do some rebuses later. So, what are Priddle Mondays? Priddle Mondays is my attempt in getting better at armchair treasure hunts myself by working on puzzles and riddles, and everybody else who watches and joins in the stream. We collectively work together in trying to solve the puzzles and riddles. It's the one show you look forward to. Hey, I like to hear that, Treasure Hunter. We go through puzzles and riddles, we try to figure them out, and try to get better at armchair treasure hunts. I'm trying to improve for myself, and I hope everybody else that watches, lateral thinking or outside the box thinking. And let's see what else. I have a Discord channel. If anybody wants to voice chat instead of or in addition to chatting in the chat box like Treasure Hunter does. Oh, Treasure, hey, serious. Hey, I'm glad. I have fun with this too, Treasure Hunter, and I hope everybody else has just as much fun as I do at doing these things. I am on the road again, or still, I should say, doing some bridge inspections, and I'm ready to get started. And guess what? I figured out how to zoom in a web page. How about that? Hey, Jimmy Fast, I'm glad you can be here. So this is our first riddle called Quick Yet Deadly. Let's see if I can even zoom in even more. Sure, why not? Zoom, zoom. Favorite bridge that I've dealt with. Interesting. So most of the bridges that I've inspected, let's just say I call them meat and potatoes bridges. We just go, over a highway, over a creek or something. My favorite one was actually the very first one I did because I don't have too many bridges that I've inspected that have a name to them. It's called the Theodore Roosevelt Bridge. It's between Virginia and Washington, D.C. I had the planes landing over the Potomac River down to National Airport. There was the Kennedy Center, was right on the other side of the river. It was a beautiful bridge, probably built in like the 20s or 30s, something. Theodore Roosevelt Bridge. It was my very first bridge that I ever inspected, and so it had a special meaning for me there. Work with a 35 West when it fell. No, and we were talking about the bridge that collapsed in Minneapolis. It was about 10 years ago. Believe it or not, it was about 10 years ago. And when I heard about the bridge collapse, my first thought was, man, I hate to have been the last inspector who inspected that bridge, because they're opening up the paperwork and looking at that. It's like that's sort of one of those things. It's like I'm as a bridge inspector, you're kind of like the first one that is there to show if there's any problems with bridges, and so you'd like to think you find stuff and then you report them. Whether they get fixed or not, it's a matter of budget and other concerns, importance, whether the bridge is important or not. But it's terrible about the one that collapsed in Minneapolis, and it wasn't the inspector's fault. It was there are other reasons that the bridge collapsed in Minneapolis over 10 years ago. And let's work on our first riddle here. Oh, Jimmy Fast says sand. Okay, I can be quick, then I'm deadly. I am rock, shell, and bone medley. If I was made into a man, I'd make people dream. I gather in my millions by ocean, sea, and stream. Jimmy Fast says sand, and Treasure Hunter thinks birds. I can be quick, and then I'm deadly. So how does that work for sand, though, Jimmy Fast? I need you to show your work. Oh, quicksand. Oh, quicksand. Okay, I figured it out. If I was made into a man, I'd make people dream. So I'm guessing that's a sand or maybe concrete or something like that. I'm thinking sand is pretty good. No, birds with the 35 West Bridge. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Treasure Hunter. Yeah, quicksand. All right, I'm thinking Jimmy Fast got it first, and I'm pretty sure sand sounds like the answer. Let's see what we got here. Answer is sand. Oh, I didn't get my cookie ready. Cookie for... Oh, Sandman. Sandman? Is that like a superhero character or something? All right, let me give Jimmy Fast. Jimmy Fast gets a cookie for getting it right. All right, let's go back. This one was Quick Yet Deadly. This one's called Die Hard. I have one, you have one. If you remove the first letter, a bit remains. If you remove the second, bit still remains. After much trying, you might be able to remove the third one also, but it remains. It dies hard. Uh-oh. I have one, you have one. If you remove the first letter, a bit remains. If you remove the second, bit still remains. After much trying, you might be able to remove the third one also, but it remains. It dies hard. The Sandman puts the sand in your eyes when you sleep. Oh, okay. Metaphorical or nursery rhyme Sandman who puts sand in your eyes when you sleep. Hey, Alan K. Alan K is guessing I. I have one, you have one. If you remove the first letter, a bit still remains. I'm thinking it's a word that ends with a bit. Or a 5-letter word where the last 4 letters is A-B-I-T. Habit? If you remove the first letter, a bit remains. Habit? If you remove the first letter, a bit remains. So if you remove the first letter of bite, Treasure Hunter's guessing bite. Hey, K-Pro. If you remove the first letter of bite, you get I-T-E. After much trying, you might be able to remove this third one also, but it remains. I'm thinking it's habit. It dies hard. Jimmy Fast thinks it's also bite. I'm thinking it's habit. H-A-B-I-T. I have one, you have one. If you remove the first letter, a bit remains. If you remove the second, bit still remains. After much trying, you might be able to remove the third one also, but it remains. Remove the E. I see what you're saying, Jimmy Fast, but that's not the first letter. It says if you remove the first letter, a bit remains. All right, I'm going to look at the hint. I don't know the answer to this one. Remaining part is most important. I understand, yeah, the bite is because, yeah, remove the E, but it's the last letter. All right, I'm thinking it's habit. I'm disagreeing with you guys, and I'm going to go with my answer. Except for Treasure Hunter, who goes with me. Habit, yes, remove the H, a bit remains, remove the A, then you got bit remains, remove B, it remains. Okay. I'm giving myself a cookie on that one. All right, back. That one was Die Hard. This one's called Decapitation. Decapitate me and all becomes equal, then truncate me and I become second. Cut me front and back, I become 2 less than I started. What am I? Okay. Hey, Hooli. Glad you could come. All right. Decapitate me and all becomes equal, then truncate me and I become second. Cut me front and back and I become 2 less than I started. What am I? All right, I'm thinking it's a word. Decapitate me. It's kind of like the one we just did. You got to remove the first letter, I think, and all becomes equal. all becomes equal. Then truncate me. Kpro thinks some sort of symbol. Like what kind of symbol, Kpro? Like the kind on a keyboard? Or a Greek symbol? Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. Treasure Hunter is thinking semicolon. Oh, I see. You're thinking equal symbol. Greater than. Okay, okay. I see where you're going. I see where you're going, K-Pro, and I see where you're going, Treasure Hunter. So the equal symbol, decapitate me, all becomes equal. Truncate me, and I become second. Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. Greater than or equal to. TWO. Decapitate me, and all becomes equal. Then truncate me, and I become second. Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. William is guessing women. I'm not sure you more mean a women. Then truncate me, and I become second. Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. I'm thinking it's a word that means a number, like TWELVE for 12. And then you're like taking a letter off the front and the back, and it makes another number, but I'm not able to think of it. Greater than or equal to. TO. 2. Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. Decapitate, indicate head. Yeah, I'm William. I'm thinking they mean like remove the first letter of a word. Remove the first letter. Decapitate me meaning remove the head of the word. Remove the first letter. Then truncate me, and I become second. Maybe then you take off the second letter. Just kind of similar to what we were doing with the other one. Ooh, Lori James says 7. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay, one of these words that means a number. Decapitate me, all becomes equal, even. Truncate me, and I become second. Truncate me, and I become second. How do you? I'm liking the 7 means making even, but I'm having a hard time getting the other one. Cut me front and back, and I become two less than I started. We become Eve, EVE from 7. Wigreave says 8. Decapitate me, and all becomes equal. 8 becomes from EIGHT to IGHT. Ite. Then truncate me, and I become second. Eve was second. Okay. Treasure Hunter says decapitate am. Then you get a. Okay. Then you get a. Or a period. I'm not feeling it, guys. I don't have an answer. William says me. Decapitate me. Decapitate AN. And all becomes equal. Okay. I'm not following. I'm going to go ahead and see what the answer is. Because I'm not feeling. Wigreaves says 8. Okay. I'm on the. Wigreaves is on the record that he wants 8. Sequel. Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to see if I can pull this down without looking at the answer. Indulgence says sequel. Decapitate me and all becomes equal. Then truncate me and I become second. Second. Cut me front and back and I become 2 less than I started. From sequel to EQUE. And instead of am was an illustration. Me and I seems common. And I become second. Yeah, I think the me and the I in the riddle, I think is just a metaphor for whatever the what am I is. All right, we're going to look at the answer. The answer is the word 7. Somebody said that. Who said 7? Lori James. Okay, I wasn't able to get it to work. Decapitate me, all becomes equal, becomes even. Oh yeah, then she said truncate me, it becomes Eve, because Eve was second. Cut me front and back, and I become 2 less than I started. Oh, it becomes 5? 2 less than 7. V for Roman numeral 5. Ah! 7, the word 7, S-E-V-E-N. Decapitate me and all becomes equal, becomes even. Then truncate me, and I become second, Eve, which was the second person according to the Bible. And the Roman numeral V is 5, 5 being 2 less than 7. All right. Lori James, you had it, and I didn't believe you. I wasn't able to get every word working on this one, but you got it, and I was not convinced. That's a good riddle, and wow. Lori James gets a cookie. Okay, we're going to have a shorter show. I'm going to be stopping at the bottom of the hour. So we are going to go to RiddleWatt, my favorite website for riddles. And here we don't have the answer. So we need to figure it out or we don't get the answer. Yeah, V got me too, Indulgence. Lori James had it, and I was not convinced. I was not convinced. Even though some parts work, I couldn't make all the parts work, and so I wasn't convinced. All right. And you even got me with the second part. Eve, I didn't realize Eve was considered the second person. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. Man, it's hot right now. It's a 6-letter word. Zoom in a little bit. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. Man, it's hot right now. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. Man, it's hot right now. It's a 6-letter word. RiddleWatt, these are considered hard riddles. And if you solve with the front page riddle, this is the front page riddle, then you have the option of putting in a riddle, and then that riddle will be the front page riddle. So it kind of gives you a little incentive to continue to visit this website. Because if you can get the front page riddle, then you can input your own riddle. Now, I haven't been brave enough to put one in, but I like trying to figure out the riddles. And let's see if we can get this one. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. Man, it's hot right now. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. I'm going to go down here and look at some of the ones that people put in. These are incorrect answers. Pepper, s'mores, moo. Tongue, Cheeto, Waters, Summer, Sunday, Monday, and Sunday. Wow. Sunday spelled as both the ice cream and as the day of the week. Submit Fenn's poem. I should put in the breakfast tea and riddle. The only thing is I don't know how many characters the answer is. All 4 of my flavors taste so good. Man, it's hot right now. Mm. All four of my flavors. Flavors itself is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. If I just go flavor, all four of my flavors, man, it's hot right now. Evan Penn says season. Alan K says nature. I like season. 6 letters. And man, it's hot right now because we're in summer. We're in summertime. Is it? I know unofficially it's past Memorial Day. It's probably summertime. I like that. Season is not one of them, or nature is not one of them. Treasure Hunter and Alan K both like season. I kind of like it too because it's hot right now because it's summertime and all four of my flavors taste so good. Season tastes good. Yes, Alan K using the lateral thinking, but Evan Penn, I believe Evan Penn got it. Fireworks. Nice job, Evan Penn. Evan Penn gets a cookie at Evan. Penn gets a cookie. Good riddle, good answer. Yep, the answer was season, Lori James. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, I've only got about 10 minutes left. We are going to go to rebuses. Oh, and for an example of a rebus, the title of this one is called Musical Instruments. That's because the word musical is in instruments. Just to give you a refresher on how rebuses work. So that's musical instruments is the title. Rebus uses words or letters and interesting orientations to represent common phrases. All right. And I looked at this one before, so I'm ineligible because I wanted to see if it was good or not. Can you decipher the musical instruments below? So we've got 4 answers, and these are all musical instruments. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all instruments. I can probably even zoom in a little more. That should be pretty good. So decipher the musical instruments. And I'm ineligible because I already looked at the answers. Musical instruments. Come on, you can do it. I remember 2, 3, and 4. I forgot what 1 was. Let's see. Hooli says piccolo for 1. P before O, piccolo. Piccolo. I'm not sure. Clarinet for 3. Yes, that's the word clair in et. N-E-T. Clair, C-L-A-R, in et. 3 is clarinet. Treasure Hunter gets a cookie for getting clarinet. Before Hooli. Hooli, you're just a little bit short. Piano, Wig Reeves. Yes, the first one is piano. P and O. That's right. Number 2 is tuba. Tuba is 2. All right. I'm behind on my cookies, but you've got them all except number 4. I'll make sure I get the right cookies to the right people. Clarinet for Treasure. Clarinet for Treasure Hunter. Wig Reeves got piano. Cookie for Wig Reeves for piano. And and Evan Penn just got you before indulgence. Cookie for Evan Penn. Yeah, cymbals, Davo Braun. Cymbals. We even had cymbals talked about by K-Pro a little bit earlier, too. Yep, Davo Braun got it. All right, cookie for Davo Braun. Before we go to the next rebus. Looks like a drum to me. Not sure what you mean by that, Alan K, but we're going to move on to the next rebus. We just did musical instruments. All right. Avoid This Fate is the name of this one. So I haven't looked at this one. So obvious after you see the answer. Yeah. Hey, we're working on our brain here. We're trying to get our mind, which is really kind of analytical. I'm an engineer. So my analytical brain. I'm trying to put my analytical brain aside and trying to get my lateral thinking brain in there. All right. The name of this one is called Avoid This Fate, and this is our rebus. Bard, barn, and bear. Bard, barn, and bear. And I have not looked at the answer for this one, so I don't know the answer. Triple B, Better Business Bureau. Bar, bar, bar. That's got to be 3 bars. Musical, getting back to the musical instruments, bars, 3 bars. Isn't there military talking about bars? Or the number of bars represent your military rank? Bard, barn, and bear. One over the other. Hooli says drunk. Oh, I thought that was a serious answer. You got me thinking about that, Hooli. I'm giving you credit here. All right, there is a hint on this one. Bard, barn, and bear, one on top of the other. Bard over barn over bear. Overbearing? Or no, that'd be under bear. Barn under bard. Bear under barn. Keep seeing DNR. Can't get out of my nursing brain. Oh, DNR. Oh, man. Yeah, we got our own abbreviations that we think of. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the hint. Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh, Better Business Bureau, Bed Bath & Beyond. We're all thinking different things. I'm going to go pull up the hint because we're almost time. Behave well, and this won't happen to you. Behave well, and this won't happen to you. Behave well, and this won't happen to you. So is there something about prison or jail, or acting out of turn? I'm not seeing it. Behind bars. Behind bars. DNE. Ooh. You're going to have to end up behind bars. Ooh. End up behind bars. Yes, Evan Penn. And END goes up. Oh, wow. End up behind bars. Wow. Wow. End up behind bars. All right. Good job, Evan Penn. All right, and that's it for Priddle Mondays today. Cal Lazars is starting early, so I want to wish everybody have a good rest of the week, and I will see you probably next Monday. Maybe I'll be in a different motel room. I don't know. Everybody, have a good week.